Ho ho, baby. And you're on the Clark the Shark Show. 1-800-449-8255. And I know this is a recurring theme with the Sharky, but high rent in California, particularly the Bay Area, Los Angeles, San Diego, etc. What causes this high rent? I wonder. Could it be a lot of people crowding into California, living 9 people in one apartment? Me, Clark the Shark, at 1-800-449-8255, me thinks so. So I have a solution. Clark's Law. All rent shall be $1,100 per month or less, no higher, anymore, on the Clark the Shark Show at 1-800-449-8255. And you're like, no way, Sharky, that'll never happen. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. Because Democrats won't like low rent. You know why? Because that might make taxation go lower at 1-800-449-8255. And Republicans, well, you know they don't want low rent because the free market, Sharky, dictates. I believe in freedom. You know, we should be able to charge $3,000 a month for rent in California. You know what? Sharky says, why don't we just charge $6,000 a month for rent? Or how about $7,000 a month? Or I got an idea. How about $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month rent? That'll make you Republicans happy, huh? Well, the Democrats are like, cool, get out the fucking calculator. Clark the Shark's talking about $10,000 a month rent. So you see, Democrats and Republicans love high rent. Republicans love it because they own the buildings and they love to charge more and more and more. $3,000 a month? Well, that's cheap, Clark. What are you, a loser? You can't afford $3,000 a month? At 1-800-449-8255. And Democrats are like, $10,000 a month? Oh, fuck, what's the taxes on $10,000 a month? They're like, cool. $10,000 a month rent. How about $11,000 a month? How about $12,000 a month? Why not, Clark the Shark? At 1-800-449-8255. Having a little breakthrough here. But Clark's Law will come along and prevent any rent from going above $1,100 a month. And people are like, what are you, a communist? What are you, a socialist? What do you hate capitalism? I'm like, no, I love capitalism. If you guys want to charge $35 for a carton of eggs or $9 for a gallon of gas or $23 for a gallon of milk, go for it, man. A 12-pack of Cokes or a 12-pack of Pepsi or 7-Up or Squirt, $50 for a 12-pack. I'm all for capitalism, baby. You can charge that at 1-800-449-8255 because Clark the Shark's like, go ahead and charge high prices. You know what? I just won't fucking buy that shit at 1-800-449-8255. And people are like, well, what's this you got with rent, Sharky? Because I'm like, well, the roof over your head is different from a carton of eggs. I need the roof. I don't need the eggs. The roof over your head and the walls to your left and right are more important than a 12-pack of Coca-Cola or milk or butter or bread. I can just go to Jack in the Box and get a, kids meal or a Happy Meal at Carl's Jr. for 99 cents or $2.50, whatever. I don't need eggs. I don't need Coke. I don't need butter. I don't need bread. But I need an apartment. And a lot of people are like, well, Shark, I'm stuck in an ARM adjustable rate mortgage from 2008. Remember way back then, Shark, when you owned apartments long ago? And I'm like, yeah, fuck your ARM, dude. Too bad for you. Clark's Law is here, and you're going to charge $1,100 a month. And people are like, no way, Sharky, at 1-800-449-8255. And Shark's like, because what we got going on here is 9 people who aren't American citizens, and I don't have anything against people, man. I would come here too. But if you have 9 people from another country who are used to roughing it and living with 9 people, when you have black people and white people like Clark the Shark, and Hispanic people too, who aren't used to living with 9 people, well, then you set up an unfair system where you have apartment buildings with real American citizens. You got a man, a wife, and a kid living in an apartment, right? And the rent used to be $1,100 or $950, something like that, and now it's $3,000. Well, the 9 people from Belize, or the 9 people from India, or the 9 Ukraine people here now because of the war, or the 9 people from Italy, or the 9 people from, I don't know, Sumatra, Australia, maybe, any takers? Well, those people, the 9 people, the 8 people, they can afford $3,000 a month. But Clark and his wife cannot. So I got an idea. Let's have the people from other countries go on paying $3,000 a month or $8,000 a month, and have Clark and other U.S. citizens pay $850. How's that? At 1-800-449-8255. That would be fair, because I was born here. And I don't care what color people are, man. This has nothing to do with race or prejudice or racism. Fuck, I don't care what you are, dude. You could be polka dot. If you're a U.S. citizen, your rent should be affordable, and the people who aren't should be unaffordable at 1-800-449-8255, at least in comparison with you, American citizen, at 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. And people are like, man, Shark, this rent thing means a lot to you. And I'm like, yeah, because since January 1, 2019, technically Clark the Shark's been homeless. And lucky for me, my wife, her mom has a room where I can live. Because anywhere in Gardena, Torrance, Redondo Beach, Los Angeles, Carlsbad, Oceanside, Vista, all those places, Solana Beach, Anaheim, the rent is fucking $4,000 a fucking month at 1-800-449-8255, because we got an unfair thing going on here where you got guys like Mitt Romney. Clark, have a heart, bro. Let the people who aren't citizens from all these countries come here and live with 9 people under one roof and raise the rent to $4,000 a month, so that you and your wife, Shark, can't afford a home, because you're just stupid Americans who are used to, paying $950 a month. And those days are gone, Shark. At 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. Yeah, we're having a breakthrough, little watershed here. And Clark's Law going to go to the California Assembly Legislature. And Gavin Newsom, you listening to Clark the Shark? You're going to sign my fucking law, and you're going to make the rent $1,200 a month again, or $1,100 or $950 at 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. We need rent control. We need low rent. And believe me, I've never been an advocate of rent control. I used to hate rent control, but now with our rent being $5,000 a fucking month, we need rent control at 1-800-449-8255. And actually, this isn't rent control. This is rent caps. Rent control's different. That's when Democrats say, oh, well, this year rent's $3,125 a month, and next year it can only be $3,130. And then the year after that, it's $3,135. Yeah, that's bullshit rent control. Fuck that. At 1-800-449-8255 at Clark the Shark Show. You guys, California, Gavin Newsom, are going to make this rent $1,100, $950 like it used to be in 2011. Not very long ago. 2014, rent was cheap in California. I know, because my wife and I lived in a place that was $1,100. Oh, by the way, $1,100 used to be considered a lot in 2014 and 2013. But then you guys gave out those licenses to every citizen of other countries who come here to California. You gave them a license. You overcrowded our roads. You caused smog. You raised our rent. You got 9 people all living in one building. You guys, 1-800-449-8255. You guys